Hi, I wanted to give you some really quick information on how to establish some strength in your abdomen, in your core, front, middle, and including your back muscles. So just remembering when you are working your core, front, middle, and back, it's not just about the crunch. In fact, we want long, strong muscles. And so we want to work out and exercise in a way that creates length and strength in the muscles. One very basic exercise to do is just what's called imprint, making an imprint. That's a Pilates term. So if I lay down on my back, and do a very small pelvic tilt and put my low back to the mat. From here, my front, middle, and back are working already just to hold my low back onto the mat. So I'm pulling my stomach in, and I'm trying to imagine touching my lowest rib to the top of my hip. So we call it a rib to hip connection, and we're making an imprint really tight through the core. Upper body's relaxed, face is relaxed. I'm not pressing with my hands, but I am pulling inward and down. This is called making an imprint, and it is a little tiny pelvic tilt. And as I release, I come to a neutral spine, and there's that natural curve in my lower back. So once again, making that imprint. Stomach pulls in tight, low back presses to the mat, and it's ribs to hips. Holding right here, make sure that you don't hold your breath, but you keep pulling inward and down. That's one exercise it's not even a crunch, but it is body core activation. Another thing that you you can do that is not a crunch, once again, is as I bring my knees up to tabletop, I do a very small pelvic tilt, puts my low back onto the mat, so there's no strain in my spine, flex my feet, and just pedal away, 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 keep pulling my stomach in. Now, if I bring my knees too far forward towards my chest, I release those very low, the very deepest low transverse abdominal muscles. So I want to keep my knees stacked over my hips, no closer in than that, and then just push away, away, away. And I can take an oblique pedal as I push right, and then back to the center, and then left, and back to the center. I feel this in my stomach right here. If I have the strength, I can go both legs out, both legs come in, not too far in, both legs out, both legs come in, not too far, come all the way out, and I can always just start with one at a time. If that's even too much to begin with, I start with just a knee lift. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Look at my shoulders, they're away from my ears. I'm not slouching down here. Use your body strength to hold your body up. And then you can sit all the way up. So my spine is nice and strong, tall and straight, abs pulled in tight. I'm working just here, holding this very tall, erect position, super straight spine. Abs pull in, low abdominal muscles working. So those are two things that you can think about. It's not about speed. It's not about how many you can do or how quickly you can do something. It's really about using control. So low back to the mat, making that imprint, right? And keeping the knees over the hips to keep your low abdominal muscles engaged. One last thing I'll leave you with. From time to time, we'll do these single leg switches where we pull the knee into the chest. I can have my head off the ground. If there's strain here, the neck should be, or your head rather, should be on the ground. And really the focus is on the straight leg. I want to go long and strong with my straightened leg as I switch out for these single leg switches. Long. I'm looking at my big toe way down at the end of my mat, pulling my knee into my chest. And I can do a few, and if then my neck fatigues, then it's time to put my neck on the floor, my head on the floor, and I keep going, all the while focusing on the long, strong, extended leg. Okay, so I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions.